Hey, I've got some exciting news! I entered you in your very first car show! Oh, slow your roll. I know you're excited, but remember that big to-do list we made in the inspection video? We've got a lot of work before you're ready. So for reference, let's look at that list again to see what we'll be starting on in this episode. We'll be working on the wiper arms, lights, window deflectors, and instead of just a simple wash and wax, we'll be putting some serious elbow grease into the exterior. Let's get started by carefully removing all of the pieces I want to restore. First up for removal are these window deflectors. They're so hazy and the mounting tape behind them has completely disintegrated. There are only 4 small plastic clips on each window and I pried them out. I'll replace them with new clips once I remount them. Next, I had to very carefully peel them away from the van, making sure not to pull too hard and risk damaging the plastic. Some of the mounting tape was really stubborn, so I just had to go very slow and use a plastic blade as needed to pry them away. Removing the wipers was easy and fun with this little tool. I removed both the front and back wipers. Next, I removed all of the lights. The corner markers and bumper lights are just held in with 2 screws. The hardest part was unclipping the wiring because sometimes these little plastic connectors are stubborn. The headlights have to be removed from the inside of the van, so I grabbed some extra lighting and a couple more tools. And by the way, OK Garage is a great resource for how-to videos, and I did watch one on how to remove the headlights. The taillights are held in with a single screw on each, and everything was really simple to remove. And since there's so much space in the back of the van, I was able to neatly lay out all of the parts I removed. Ooh, it's a zombie Sambar! Okay, back to work. Let's restore the wipers first. I sanded off the surface rust and then gave them a quick coat of matte black paint with a rattle can. Once the paint had ample time to dry, they were really easy to reinstall. Next up, I got started on all of the lights. I used a plastic polish to remove as much of the haze as possible and a headlight sealant to really bring out their shine. If you think things are already starting to look good, well, we've got so much more to do. Trying to remove over 20-year-old permanent mounting tape was easily the most frustrating thing I've done this entire project. There was no quick or simple solution to getting this stuff off. The foam portion of the tape had turned to rock, so the first step was to try and saturate everything to soften it. The deflectors I was able to soak in a bucket of soapy water overnight while I started to work on the adhesive on the doors. I soaked things with adhesive remover and then used a combination of my nails, a plastic blade, microfiber cloths, and a rubber wheel. There was no other way to do this except slowly, carefully, bit by bit. Once that was done, I could start on the deflectors. Thankfully, soaking them really helped, so I was able to scrape the majority off with a plastic blade and buff away the rest with a towel. To finish cleaning the window deflectors, I wet sanded them to remove the deeper scratches and then polished them to remove the haze. We won't be mounting them just yet because there's still so much more work to do on the exterior of the van. I'll be honest, I didn't get video of the next few steps because they were boring to watch and really labor intensive. So as I wash the van, I'll explain what I did and show you the before and after. I started by removing contaminants from the paint with a clay bar. I went through so much clay because there was so much buildup in the paint, and I could already see a difference. After washing the van again to remove the clay residue, I started polishing. Just to refresh your memory, here's the van when it first arrived. And here it is now, after so many hours of sweat and elbow grease. And you know what? I think it's all been so worth it, but I'm not even done yet. I have a few more surprises and a lot more hard work in store before I feel that the van is totally ready for its first car show. Matinee! See you soon!